Aaron Rodgers, you faced what, twice in Atlanta? Is that right? What is it?
Yeah.
Twice you faced him.
Thank you.
Twice. Do the research.
Yep.
What is it about him? What stands out? Year 20 in the league for him.
Obviously, he just knows a lot of football, so he's able to diagnose defenses and understand where his hot throws are. Gets the ball out of his hands quickly when he knows where he wants to go. Obviously, he has that game within the game with the substitutions and the hurry up and everything. Definitely tries to control the pace on his own. And then, just being able to make all the throws off his back foot and stuff at this age is really cool to see. But, we have to be able to accept that challenge, be on our matches right away, and then if the down does get prolonged, be able to stay on our matches.
Bunch of fourth down stops last week. Take us through that mentality on defense when all of a sudden, hey, they're out there, we're in the red zone, they're going for it. What do you guys talk about in the huddle, or is it just, hey, we just got to go make a play here?
I kind of felt it was going to be a 4-down territory game, just the way that the game was going, and then knowing they probably just wanted to get all the points out of their drive. But when they go for it on fourth down there, it's like an opportunity to take all the points off the board instead of just 3. Let's take all the points off the board. So you get it to 4th and 2, 4th and 3, and goal. Like, it's a lot of space. They're probably going to run some pick flat type things. Cisco was backside on that one throwback, and then Savage was over there in the corner. Like, we were ready for a lot of things that we always practice in practice. So kind of just alerting different plays that they might run, and then when you do see them making the play on them.
Throughout the season, there's been rotations, a lot of different position groups, right? But on the back end, a new starting lineup last week. So guys coming and going. How much, by this time of year, you guys probably have that down, though, right? The rotations on defense. How challenging has that been this year?
It's, you just want to do out there what's best for the team, keeping guys fresh or whatever the coach sees in a matchup or whatever. Whenever your number's called, being able to play, and then, whatever you see, being able to come back to the bench and describe it to the next guy in can come in and make the same play that you might have made or that is supposed to be made when it comes back up. So it's been good communication-wise, and then everybody's growing. I think that's definitely important, especially this part of the year. Just keep growing and be able to play together, making the right calls within the calls. I think everybody on the same page is always going to be the best part going in this late of the year, seeing a lot more cohesiveness in the beginning of the year.
Speaking of calls, I know Josh said post-game he felt like there was a concerted effort to get the call in early, that you were trying to get the call to everybody as quickly as possible. Was that a conversation during the week? Was that something that was a point of emphasis?
Yeah, definitely just been a point of emphasis. A lot of teams going in after a first down conversion, try to get lined up, make sure they keep you in whatever personnel you're in. So it's getting the call and be able to play, whatever formation they line up in is name of the game when they do that. And then just making sure that we can get our calls within the calls. I think that's always been important, so that, on defense we have one call. A lot of things happen within that play, making sure that the backside understands what the front side is doing, because everything ties into each other. So like I said earlier, growing and playing cohesive football is definitely cool to see where we're doing a better job at that.
Where would you evaluate the communication last week?
It was the best.
Yeah, the best.
Best for the year, and there's still a lot of room to grow.
So speaking of last week, does the win against the Titans spark anything at all during practice this week in preparation for the Jets?
Keep preparing to win a game. Spark, we're motivated every week to win a game. Obviously, it's good to see all your hard work, come up on a winning column, but just use that as motivation to keep working in order to get more wins out of the year. Obviously, the year is what it is, but let's try to make the best of what we have left.
Does it feel lighter at all, as far as just...
What do you mean lighter? Oh, like happier?
Yeah. Do you guys...
Oh, yeah, we're happy to win for sure. We want more wins. So I might be the wrong person to ask about happier and lighter and stuff. I'm not I'm trying to win every game. So I definitely, good energy though, good positivity. Let's continue to stack it and get back on a horse to, get another win. Yeah.
What's the chess match like for your defense? Obviously going up against a guy that's seen a lot of football and probably seen everything that you could possibly throw at him.
It's really focusing on ourselves because, if you're in the wrong spot, I feel like that's what he exploits, and he knows what looks to expect, especially you put so much film out this part of the year. So just owning our calls, I think, is always going to be important against a very witty quarterback, and then being in the right place and tackling. I think tackling, keeping second and long, third and long on check downs, but I know he knows when to throw that check down. And then you can take advantage of the pass rush if we got some dialed up, get them off the spot. I think that's the way to win the game.
Is there like a sort of like a balance you have to find between pressure and patience, knowing obviously if he can kind of get loose, he can kind of hurt you downfield?
Is
In
there?
terms of just stretching the play.
I'm one more time. I'm sorry.
Like, is there like a balance between, you know, obviously pressure and kind of being patient, knowing that if, you know, he gets off the spot, he can send the plays and things like that?
Yeah, it's big plaster. I mean, earlier in the career, that's where he hurt a lot of people. He's a lot more mobile than you want him to be, but he still has all that arm talent and stuff. So you come out of a coverage a little too quick, he's going to be able to hit something down the field. And sure, they have all their little scramble rules where they can actually turn it up and go because he has all that arm talent. So a lot of times letting the rushers rush, and then you do your job on the coverage. If you can pull up the late or something, your coverage is blocking, then you can go to it. But make sure, because they got a lot of screens on second and long too. So really just doing your part of the play and then letting your rushers rush.
Thanks, Foye.
Hey, Mia here, and thanks so much for watching 1010XL Jaguars. For even more coverage of the Big Cats, be sure to subscribe to 1010XL Jaguars.